Okay, back to ramen here. We're gonna knock out the last 5 minutes of this dumbass video. Last time we checked in with him, on this video anyway, he didn't know what the Earth was. He just knew what it wasn't, and he said something stupid about the sun has different speeds. It doesn't. Um, I think now he's going to start talking about a sun Selenelian eclipse. It's kind of hard to say.
It's a refracted image being refracted back up above the horizon, because a selenion debunks a lunar eclipse, i.e., it's the shadow of the Earth. They say that the Earth, the sun, and the moon got to be in a straight line, 180 degrees, and the sun hits the Earth, and the shadow of the Earth hits the moon. Well, busted. The selenion, the sun, and the moon are high above the horizon of the Earth.
Show me that. Show me that video. This particular eclipse, Selenelion, by the way, last time I heard him talk about it, he called it a Selenelion. That's fine. It's not an easy word. Show me. Show me where you can see both objects above the horizon. You can't. Usually, I mean, the sun is kind of, it's getting close. But yeah. That's my challenge for you, ramen. Show me.
They're not in a straight line, and then we can see whatever that thing shadow is on the moon come. And the sun and the moon.
Speaking of come, I came when I watched Tucker Carlson last night.
Are still above the horizon. They call it the impossible eclipse.
They call it the impossible eclipse because morons like you can't understand it. It's not impossible to anyone else, just you dickheads who, in the year 2023, still think the Earth is flat. You're amazing.
And they make up their refraction, dynamic pressure,
refraction,
mirage, gravity.
Yeah, we all made it up. It's all made up.
Especially gravity has never been demonstrated itself. They cannot isolate gravity itself. How do you isolate gravity? You got to identify it. You got to detect gravity itself. You can't just show a rock falling and saying that's gravity. No, that's a rock falling.
It's not a rock falling. It's a rock accelerating at a particular rate. Everything falls at that same rate in a vacuum. Explain that, ramen, dickhead. So fucking stupid.
You're saying that gravity is causing that rock to fall. So where is the cause itself? There is none. However, if we are to be honest, we don't know what gravity is itself in any fundamental way.
That line right there, he's memorized from, let me show you this. This Star Child question of the month. I don't know what that is. I guess it's kind of associated with NASA. But right here, if we are to be honest, we don't know what gravity, quote, is, unquote, in any fundamental way. He forgets this part, though. We only know how it behaves. And then it goes on here to show you, here's what we do know. You're never going to hear any of this from ramen. Force attraction that exists between any two masses, blah, blah, blah. Gravity is just the attraction between objects and the Earth. Newton's law. Wasn't he just talking about a law a second ago? A mathematical description of the way bodies are observed to attract one another based on many scientific experiments and observations. And here's that classic little equation here. F equals the gravitational constant, m1 times m2 over the distance of their centers squared, their radius squared. Not going to hear that from Raman ever. Prove it wrong, dickhead, or shut the fuck up. All right, let's go back to this dickhead.
And it's because they admit gravity isn't physical. It has zero substance of itself.
What? Huh?
So you ask me, what is the Earth? I don't know.
You're
But
right, you don't
it's
know.
spread out like the floor. There's mountains on it. There's valleys.
Mountains.
Elevation changes. But it's all on a level foundation that doesn't move. Any engineer knows that the whole entirety of New York City, the cityscape, all of it is built on a level foundation. Has to be level.
Find me an engineer. I guess he's talking about civil engineers here. Find me any engineer who actually has an engineering degree that thinks the Earth is flat. Good luck with that, Ramen. Shit. Fuck.
Okay, we are not standing sideways and upside down on a giant spinning ball. If we were, gravity.
I agree. Down is towards the center of Earth. No matter where you are right now on Earth, if you're in Los Angeles, Chicago, New York, Paris, Hong Kong, or down is towards the center of the Earth. Up is right above your head. North is not up. South is not down. This is what the morons are really confused about. We've only gotten to 2 minutes in, and there's so much stupid.
Gravity would be directly detected itself.
I'm going to have to let this go.
Harnessed, isolated and harnessed. Just like we have with electricity and magnetism. Current of electricity is physical, and field of magnetism is physical. We've harnessed them. Everything they teach is lies that the Earth, covered in gas, oxygen, water vapor clouds, jet stream, all that's going on while the Earth in its entirety is surrounded by and within an infinite and expanding vacuum universe. When anybody, even I would say a sixth grader, would know that gas and oxygen fill.
Remember what this dickhead just said there about the airflow and the jet stream and oxygen and this and that and the other, because he's going to make a total ass out of himself later.
The available volume of a vacuum. Okay? They cannot exist side by side or in any proximity to one another.
Nobody says they do.
It is entropic law.
The law.
These are physical laws that we can demonstrate, but
it's a law. Newton's law, not so much.
They contradict it, and they say, oh, well, it's because of gravity pulls the gas down. When we know gas rises, helium rises, hot air rises. They rise because they're lighter than air. If the matter is lighter than its medium, it will rise.
I just...
It's called buoyancy.
I'm sorry, I just smoked a couple Marlboro Lights. I smoke them 2 at a time. The Marlboro Reds were too strong. And then he goes on to buoyancy. Yeah, we have a formula for buoyancy, Ramen. You know what it is? It includes gravity. Shitbird.
Well, they put a G. They can put a P and a T. It doesn't matter. Matter displaces water. If you put a piece of wood in the right shape on water, that wood will displace the water and it'll float. You understand me? The model they teach is incorrect. I don't know what the Earth is.
He does that there he goes again with the I don't know what the Earth is. Well, you're right. You don't. We do. We've been studying it for thousands of years. You came along in about 2015 and watched a bunch of YouTube assholes who thought they were smarter, and you fell for it. But wait, the best is yet to come from this fuck.
I do know it's spread out. If you get in a plane and fly across the floor or the Earth, the horizon is always level. Okay?
It's not.
That's the way the Earth is. That's
You
the
don't know
way
what
they
level
treat the
means.
Earth. I made a video with the documents released from NASA, CIA,
Yeah.
United States military.
Yeah, he's talking about documents. We've all seen them now. That says that these little these little computations, these little simulations they do, they assume that the Earth is flat and not rotating in a rigid aircraft flying over a motionless atmosphere. First of all, airplanes are not rigid, they flex, and the atmosphere is not motionless. He just talked about the fucking jet stream and winds. So yeah, the best thing about the best way to debunk these fucks are just let them talk. They will debunk themselves.
They admit they have to assume the Earth is flat and
No, they don't.
stationary
No, they don't.
with blasting off rockets, beaming microwaves, and all aircraft, all derivations, have to assume that the Earth is flat and non-rotating with a stationary atmosphere. So
Yeah.
that there it is. If you
The atmosphere is not stationary. I just said it. I just told you. You were talking about the jet stream. You were talking about winds and clouds. He's so dumb. He's so fucking dumb.
you want to know what all the fuss is about, scientism is being crushed.
Yeah.
Real science
Yeah.
is debunking.
What the fuck is this thing? He's got a. What is? Oh no, it's a hardwood floor, I guess. What, is this some sort of cable? Something? Who knows what he's got going on in his basement? Who knows how many bodies they're gonna find down there someday? He's so fucking stupid.
The globe. You are not standing sideways and upside down, walking around
I agree.
the outside surface of a giant ball spinning faster than a bullet at the equator.
Ah.
My goodness, read the Bible. The Bible is true.
And there it is, right there at the end of this thing. I think he brought it up earlier. The Bible. The Bible's not a science book. And by the way, most of us, we've read that Bible. There are some fucked up things in that Bible. Number one, a lot of shit you can't possibly prove. But number two, if it is true, there's misogyny, there's genocide, there's slavery that is advocated in the Bible. Just absolutely stupid. What else? Couple last seconds here.
We were created. We are special. We were made in the image of God. And there is no life form that exceeds us in superiority of intelligence.
You can't possibly prove that. You cannot possibly prove that. And again, I think that is the crux of this dumbass. He's a religious nut, and he's just smart enough to get on YouTube and record his cell phone in portrait and say really stupid stuff. And we all owe him a debt of gratitude because he's so stupid.
We are it. Thank you, Lord God, and thy Son, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, shut the fuck up, you dickhead. So stupid. Again, the challenge is still there. Let's hook up a Zoom call, Ramen. We can go back and forth in real time, but you'll never do that because you're a coward, a liar, and a dumbass. Good night now.